Good evening, everyone. We are going to do our next installation or installment of Kim Porter's book, Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side by Jamal T Millwood for Kimberly Porter. Please forgive me for chapters 5 through 8 taking so long to upload today. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few more chapters and see if it will upload quicker at night. I do know if I go into like 20 minutes or more, sometimes it takes it a little bit longer. So please forgive me. Chapter 9, Going Back to Cali. We had a wild night. It was after one of Sean's infamous parties. Everyone was there, and we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Sean cared about me, but it was becoming more and more obvious that he preferred men. I was beginning to think I was there more to cover his wild desires than because he really wanted to be with me. There are some typos in here, so this is my first time reading these chapters. I wanted to read them with you all, so do apologize if there's some mistakes, because I'm not seeing the typos until I'm midstream in the sentence. So I was beginning to think I was there more to cover his wild desires because he really did not want to be with me. He was like Caesar, every woman's man and every man's woman. But truthfully, at that stage, I was becoming okay with it. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada Pinkett, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with XXX. Again, let me interject here. The author, or the guy that published her memoirs, or it was more like a diary, so her writings, because she had not gotten a chance to really put it together as a book. So they just kind of took her writings and made it a book. When he puts in the X's, it's for a famous actor or actress whose name he did not want to bring to the forefront because of how much controversy it would be behind it. So you're going to have to kind of think if you can fill in the name. So, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with XXX and Will Smith. Yes, XXX attended the parties from time to time. I could see him and Will kind of snuggled up in the bed together. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join that room. I didn't really like XXX. Sean smiled when he saw me. Good morning. Here at the orgies, he wasn't very affectionate. He didn't have to pretend, but he couldn't walk straight. I knew how his ass felt literally. We've had sessions playing with each other's anal cavities. I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him, I'm getting ready to go. He responded, let's have a cup of coffee first. This meant he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was about, but in situations like this, I didn't really have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't really want to fight. So I sat down, but before we started talking, XXX came out of the room. Sean was wearing boxers. XXX was in his birthday suit. XXX addressed us, morning. When he turned around in order to close the door, there was a dry cum stain on his back. XXX walked over, pulled a chair out to sit down next to us, and lit up a blunt. Excuse me. Sean stretched, smiled, and said, this East Coast, West Coast beef is more lucrative than I thought, but it's getting dangerous. XXX responded, surprise, business, first thing in the morning? Damn, cuz, you own it. But you know you don't got nothing to worry about. You got a pass, daddy. XXX smiles coyly. Sean apparently has something to talk about with XXX as well, because he said, I can't protect everyone, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label. It was apparent XXX was taken aback by this turn of events by his reply. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued. It's tasking on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. What the hell is going on here? What does Sean want from me? This morning is turning out to be way more than I expected, and I have to go. Quincy will be looking for me. Meanwhile, XXX apparently wanted clarity. So to be clear, if something happened, XXX made quotation marks with his fingers, to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it would be considered, he makes another set of quotation marks, out of your control. Is that what you're saying? Wait a minute, can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. Where did this come from this morning? But an older, wiser me understands now what I did not comprehend all those years ago. Sean was just getting to the real reason that he had XXX there. The world was about to lose Biggie. XXX laughed. You a cold MF, Sean said. You are cold MF. Sean said, why the fuck should I protect someone that isn't gonna stick around? I made him. That nigga should be worshiping the ground I fucking walk on. I was thinking Sean's ego is rearing its ugly head, and I wanted to get out of there, but instinct told me I needed to tread carefully. So my next move had to be calculated. I don't really want any part of this, not even implicity. But I was just dragged right into the middle of it. If what was happening here ever comes out, will I be held as an accomplice? But even as those thoughts crossed my mind, I couldn't just pretend this was okay. So I said, but Sean, he hasn't left yet. They're just rumors. Are you going to let him die because of some rumors? Sean glared at me, the anger in his voice obviously steaming from his hurt as he said, I know when I'm being betrayed, and I'm not killing anyone, but I'm not protecting someone that doesn't have my back 150%. Fuck that. This was rattling out of control. My mind began to race. Is there a way to get through to him? Maybe I could use the finance route. Sean, he's bringing in so much money. You put so much money into cultivating him. Are you going to throw away all that money? That's when he revealed how thought out this meeting really was. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him. Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off of his death would blow away all the money we made so far. I was perplexed. Sean? He continued, he's worth more to me dead than alive. Sean Combs is a calculated monster. XXX chimes in. I get that, fam. A lot of people out there want Biggie dead too. Without your protection, he doesn't stand a chance in Cali. Biggie is going to die. This is crazy. I dare not say anything else about it. Sean smiles and stands to walk over to a safe behind a picture. There he pulls out a bag marked with XXX name. He turns to XXX and says, that's why you're worth your weight in gold. You understand me. Here's a little something for you to take care of my people. XXX smiles. Sean, I love you, baby. You know I got your back. Your problems are my problems. I'll make sure to have my people take care of your people. I need to get out of here. This is crazy. I attempted to leave again. Sean, I want to get to Quincy before he wakes up. Sean looked at me responding, it's getting late. Give him a kiss from me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank God. XXX, always with something to say. I'd love to meet the little tyke sometime. Not a chance in hell. Something about this guy creeps me out. I forced a smile. That would be great. I made my exit. Chapter 10. Y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize a commercial had went. Y'all gonna see some commercials because I'm really concentrating on the reading, so forgive me. Chapter 10, The Lies You Tell. At this point, the relationship between Sean and I had been off and on for quite a while, and we were off at this point. He had put his hands on me again, this time for something that didn't even happen. It was all in his head. When the phone rang, I picked it up anyway. Hi, Sean. He sounded trepidatious as he said, "We've been broken up for a while this time." Yeah? He continued. "I don't want anyone to know about my..." He paused to search for the right words. Proclivities. Some of these words I can't get out tonight. Sorry, guys. I replied, "So you don't want people to know about you being gay?" Sean exploded. "See, that's why I fucking lose control on you." So I just plainly stated, "Goodbye, Sean." "Wait," he screamed. "What, Sean?" "I'm sorry, okay?" "You're always fucking sorry." He took a deep breath. "I have to do something to cover myself." I sighed. "Do whatever you fucking want, Sean. When you see this in the news, it's not real." This made me calm down a moment. What could he be talking about? He continued, "I'm only doing it for the press." "Doing what, Sean?" After a long pause, he continued, "She knows what this is. She is just pretending to cover me." "Sean, what the hell are you talking about?" Another pause. "Publicly, I'm going to be dating someone else." "A video girl?" I laughed. "Why would you do that?" "I have to cover myself." I was getting mad. I was actually angrier at myself more than at him. Why was I getting jealous? I was sitting there actually comparing myself to video vixens in my mind. They are thick, but look at my body. Did he prefer them light-skinned, big-butt girls from videos? I calmed myself. No, I know he likes men any damn way. As I regained control, I asked, "Why the hell are you telling me?" He sighed. "I wanted you to find out from me first. Like I give a shit." He came at me with his favorite line, "You know I love you." It was getting old. I could only think to myself, here we go. Love is a big, strong word. I'm tired of him throwing it around and using it when it fits his needs. He's using it while he's sitting here telling me about dating someone else. I replied, "You don't hit people you love, Sean. Love doesn't hurt." He sucked his teeth as he responded, "Come on, are you serious? That shit's for children. We aren't in fucking high school. Sometimes things happen. That doesn't mean I don't love you. I wouldn't hit you if I didn't." Wait, that sounded wrong. You said exactly what you meant." He took a breath. There was an awkward silence. The fact that I was still on the phone and waiting for him to speak meant he had the power. He was more cautious as he continued. He didn't want to lose that power. "Kim, no one that I don't care about can bring that kind of emotion out of me," I wanted to say. Is that how you talk to dudes after using butt plugs? But there is a line I dare not cross. Instead, I said, "You say that while you're dating some other bitch? That's just for the public." I was done. It could be heard in my voice, and as I said, "Whatever, Sean. Do what you need to do. Leave me alone." "I'm never giving up on us," he cried. I responded to that emotional control attempt with the little resolve I could muster. I didn't even believe the words that came tumbling out of my mouth. "Sean, there is no us anymore. Goodbye." "Tell Quincy I miss him," he threw out. His emotional manipulation was really driving me crazy. This time I said with much more conviction, "Goodbye, Sean." I hung up. Manipulative bastard. I need to take a quick break, y'all. Drink a little water. Getting a little parched. Okay. Chapter 11. Mo Problems. For a while, I was actually happy to see Sean gone. I was getting older and the sex parties were out of control. It was getting time for me to slow down. Quincy was getting older. I knew that if I kept going, the rumors circulating were going to eventually find a way to get back to him. What will he think of me? Chris is about to take his trip to California. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen out there, but I felt like Tiana Wallace was about to be an orphan. I knew I didn't want any ties to that. As I was sitting there contemplating all of this in my robe, sipping my wine on this Friday evening, my doorbell rings. I was not expecting company. I opened the door and found Sean. My heart skipped a beat. I was shocked but recovered quickly. I forced a smile and told him a slightly slurred speech. Hey, come on in. Shit, I am way more intoxicated than I thought. Sean entered, looking around suspiciously, then turned to me and smiled, saying, You haven't been returning my calls. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I'm fine. He obviously was not here out of concern. He was checking to see who was here. Sean was controlling like that. Yes, even though we were not together and he was dating someone else, he started to make his way to the living room. I attempted to put a quick end to the visit, but he came out a little more directly than I intended. So, since you can see I'm fine, you can let me go to bed now. Part of me wanted him to stay. As he entered the living room, I was forced to follow Sean. I was forced to follow. Sean was very direct with his next inquiry. Is someone else waiting for you? No. But, Sean, we're not together. You're dating someone else. I can fuck whoever I choose. With this, Sean became irate. He fiercely slammed me to the ground. Then he pulled out a .22 and sat it on the end table. He turned to me calmly. I was scared. My voice quivered as I pleaded to him. Sean, please stop. Quincy's here. How did we get here? How did we get to this point? That he was in my living room threatening me with a gun. He knelt on one knee and got right in my face to say, You're mine. You don't have a choice in that now. I can't live without you. He stood up, composing himself. I was terrified. I was whimpering. Sean, that's not love. Sean picked up his gun and cocked it. He looked at me almost thoughtfully and asked, Have you ever heard, if I can't have you, no one can? Sean, please don't. Please, Quincy will hear. Sean smiled and put the gun away, saying, Oh, this is just for dramatic effect. I would never shoot you. If I was going to kill you, no one will trace it to me. You know how many people think I'd have to take care of over the years? It would be quiet. Something in your food or drink. Something that will never get back to me. I wouldn't shoot you. Do you understand? I could only nod, tears flowing down my cheeks. He looked at me thoughtfully. As he reached down to help me up, I could do nothing but agree. He's a terrifying monster. Now he wanted to smooth it over, and I had to go along with it. What else could I do? Listen, baby, I don't ever want to hurt you. You know I really love you. I would have moved on. Thinking about living my life without you is just too hard. If someone ever tried to hurt you, I would kill them. My back hurt from where I hit it on the table when he shoved me. All I could do as he helped me up was nod that I understood through my streaming tears, which he wiped. He looked toward Quincy's room. Let me say goodnight. No, Sean, please. Thinking quickly, he has to get up in the morning. Sean looked at me with an unreadable look. He was studying me. Okay, I'm gonna go. Nervously, I walked him to the front door. This is over, thank God. He kissed me. I didn't want him touching me, but I couldn't refuse. Kiss Quincy for me. I tried to keep my composure as I replied, Sure, Sean. He opened the door to leave. The bodyguard that was waiting outside escorted him to the car. This was far worse than I realized. Why would he need a bodyguard at my front door? How was he anticipating this to go? After I shut the door, I had another drink. For tonight, the nightmare was over. I sipped on my wine and cried. The next few days, he sent dozens of flowers. He brought Quincy expensive toys. He didn't want me. He wanted me to keep his secret. I'm trapped. He has the authorities under his thumb. I can't go to them. This is like a gangster movie. How high up does his power go? How far is his reach? The FBI? The CIA? Who is not corrupted or won't get silenced by their upper chain of command? Can anyone help me and my child? He found his way back to my bed. I had no choice. Okay. Little pause, since I kind of caught the commercial a little late. Let's see how long chapter 12 is. Okay, so I'm going to read 12 and, oh shoot, it's 20 minutes. I'm going to stop there because hopefully this thing will load up. So that was 9, 10, and 11. I will do 12, 13, and 14 in the morning. It's 19 chapters, so let's see. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, then 18 and 19. All right, guys. Good night.